Hi everybody, welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Carissa Clark. Great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events happening this week.
If you haven't had a chance to go to Neerling Gardens, it is not very well known, but as you'll see, it's really beautiful. Take a look.
We're standing here today in the pollinator garden at historic Neerling Gardens. Known as Neerling's Palm Cottage Gardens. And you'll notice we're standing right next to a wild pollinator box. And you'll notice the different sizes of bamboos and holes. Pollinators are all about finding the holes where they can lay their eggs. So the bigger holes are for your bumblebees, your mason bees, and your carpenter bees. The medium-sized holes are for your little green metallic orchard bees and your honey bees or your smaller medium bees. And the tiny little holes are for your tiny little pollinators. And if you focus the camera, you'll see lots of these little pollinators buzzing around the gardens. They all get their food and their nectar off of Florida native plants, wildflowers. All the plants that you see here in this garden are where they get their nectar. The wild pollinators are 6 times more efficient at pollination than the honeybees because they're not feeding a queen, they're not making honey, they're not collecting for the hive. They go around, they collect their pollen, and then they stuff the pollen in the hole, they lay an egg, they cover it, and then they move on to the next plant. So you'll see maybe 6 eggs lined up in a one little tube of bamboo. So that's why they're always buzzing. They're so fast. You can barely keep up with a bumblebee. When you're ever chasing a bumblebee around, you'll notice you can barely keep up with them. They're so busy, and they're so much more efficient at pollination because they don't have to feed that queen, don't have to feed that brood, don't have to make copious amounts of honey. So put your wild pollinator boxes in your garden. Give them the food they need by putting in Florida wildflowers, Florida plants, shrimp plants, milkweed, all these plants, porterweed, all these wonderful plants that you see around that feed your pollinators.
You know, that is proof that you can live here pretty much all your life and not know some of the attractions that are here. Neerling Gardens is one of those places that is a hidden gem that you really have to seek out, and once you get there, you'll be like, this is amazing.
It reminds me of like a secret garden.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very nice.
It's beautiful.
Well, filmmakers and music lovers should mark their calendars for the Orlando Urban Film and Music Festival on August 28th and 29th at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. This dynamic event showcases independent films and emerging musical talent from diverse communities. The festival provides a platform for artists to share their stories and connect with audiences. Screenings, live performances, and networking opportunities make this a comprehensive celebration of urban culture. For tickets and complete schedule information, visit drphillipscenter.org.
Discover the art of keeping memories for the future generations at the Preserving Your History series, Making a Time Capsule, at the Orange County Regional History Center on August 27th. This hands-on workshop teaches participants how to create meaningful time capsules for future generations. Learn about proper preservation techniques and what items best represent your era. This session combines practical skills with historical perspective, making it both educational and personally meaningful. For registration and more details, visit thehistorycenter.org.
Close out the month with an indoor acoustic music concert at the Winter Park Public Library on August 31st. Central Florida Folk presents this intimate musical experience featuring local acoustic artists, and the library setting provides excellent acoustics and a cozy atmosphere for enjoying live music. This free concert offers a perfect way to spend a Saturday evening with family and friends. For performance times and artist information, visit winterparklibrary.org. Tammy Diener Lafferty, who is a curator at the Alvin Palacic Museum and Sculpture Gardens, joins us to tell us about this very, very special place in our area. Welcome, Tammy. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Every time I say Alvin Palacic Museum and Sculpture Gardens to somebody, their eyes light up.
Yes.
For people who haven't been, tell them what they will experience once they go there.
Well, I would say, many people say, oh, I have never heard of it, or I have never been there and I've heard of it. So I just want to say, I hope that everyone will come to visit. It is a very special place. It's located in Winter Park, Florida, on the shores of Lake Osceola. And it is not only a museum, it is also, we have an historic home, we have a sculpture garden located on the shores of Lake Osceola, and we also have an art gallery with rotating exhibits that we rotate 4 times a year with different, upcoming and new artists. We have an annual event called Winter Park Paint Out, which is very popular in Winter Park and is a lot of fun. And we also have Capen House, which is a second historic home, and there we host events, weddings and conferences, and it's available for rent.
Now, you just sort of slid the sculpture gardens in there.
Yes,
but
I
it
did.
really is a
Yes.
very special place.
It is a special place. I highly recommend people come and spend a day there. The sculpture gardens, it's a 3-acre sculpture garden, just lush with all kinds of different tropical plants, and nestled within the plants, you'll find as you turn around every corner the beautiful sculptures created by Alban Polashek. He built this home in 1950 when he retired, and he built it to be his studio and his home, and he was inspired by the same sights that you'll see when you visit there, the beautiful landscaping and the beautiful view of the lake, and he designed those gardens himself to display his sculptures.
It's a wonderful experience. It's reflective, contemplative, but also just so artistic.
Yes.
You're seeing so much beautiful design. The atmosphere, of course, and the setting is just amazing to be there on the lake. So if people wanted to bring their family, would kids really enjoy it as well?
Yes, we're definitely very welcoming to families. I think, one of the best parts is our 3-acre sculpture garden, so the kids can go out and run around in the gardens. It's fine to go up to the sculptures and touch them and interact with them. And we do have docent-led museum guided tours of the historic home, which will tell you all about the life of Alban Polashek and about his artwork. But I would say they're pretty brief, and I think most kids would be able to follow along and enjoy it, yes.
So Tammy, tell me about Winter Park Paint Out. What would people experience if they participate?
Winter Park Paint Out is, one of the cultural events of the year in Orlando. It's very popular. It's been held since 2011, and the Winter Park Paint Out consists of plein air painters. 24, nationally recognized plein air painters. Plein air means outdoor painting. Come for Winter Park Paint Out for a week-long festival. And in that week, these painters create, up to 250 paintings. Our gallery is turned into a wet room, and as they paint, their paintings are hung in the wet room. And they are all available for sale. The proceeds help to benefit the museum and the artists as well. They paint on site at the Polashek Museum. The museum and the festival is free all week long. And we have painting demonstrations, so some of these artists will give demonstrations as to their techniques and how they paint. It's just a really wonderful, wonderful place to be. The painters can be found all over different sites around Winter Park and Orlando. So if you see, during the last week of April, we have this annual event every year. If you see painters painting away, it's most likely that they are part of Winter Park Paint Out.
And with the sculpture garden and just the beautiful locale, is there event space that you could have an event there?
Oh yes, we're very popular for weddings. In 2014, the museum had the opportunity to purchase, it's called Capen House. Capen House was located on the other shore of Lake Osceola, and the land was purchased and the house was to be demolished. And so a bunch of concerned citizens, including the Palaschuk Museum, got together and raised funds to save the Capen House. And they were able to, in a very short amount of time, raise enough funds to move and restore the home. So yes, it was moved across the lake. So I was not there at this time, but I've seen photos, and from what I understand, the house was actually cut in half, and then it was put on barges and floated across the lake to the Palaschuk property, and there it was reassembled together and restored, and it's just a beautiful historic building from the beginning of the 20th century, like early 1900s. Beautiful wood floors. It's just a lovely place to be, and it is available for weddings. We have many weddings, engagement parties, even business conference meetings there. It's a very photogenic spot. You can be married on the shores of Lake Osceola in the midst of the beautiful sculpture garden.
Very nice,
Yes.
very nice. And what a story you'll have to tell about your venue
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Well, Tammy, thank you for being with us. And if you haven't been to the Palaschuk Museum and Sculpture Gardens, make your way there. It is one of the gems here in Central Florida.
Thank you.
Experience the beauty of paper folding with Origami in the Garden at Lou Gardens, running through September. This unique exhibition combines the ancient art of origami with the natural beauty of the botanical gardens. Visitors can admire intricate paper sculptures displayed throughout the garden and learn about the cultural significance of origami. The installation creates a dialogue between artistic expression in natural environments. For garden hours and admission information, go to lougardens.org.
Art lovers should head to Mount Dora for Art in the Alley on August 29th. This outdoor art event transforms the charming alleyways of downtown Mount Dora into galleries featuring local and regional artists. Visitors can stroll through the historic district while discovering paintings, sculptures, and crafts in unexpected settings. The event includes live demonstrations and opportunities to meet the artists. For more information, visit mountdoraart.com.
Theater enthusiasts can enjoy Bright Star at the Historic State Theater in Eustis, running through September 14th. This bluegrass musical by Steve Martin and Edie Brickell tells a heartwarming story set in the American South. Bay Street players bring this Tony-nominated production to life with beautiful music and compelling characters. The intimate theater setting allows audiences to connect deeply with the emotional journey. For tickets and showtimes, visit eustisstatetheater.org.
Families should end the month at the free Family Fun Day at the Manello on August 31st. This special event at the Manello Museum of American Art offers free admission and family-friendly activities. Children and parents can participate in art-making workshops, gallery tours designed for young visitors, and interactive demonstrations. This event aims to make art accessible and enjoyable for visitors of all ages. For activity schedules and more information, visit manellomuseum.org.
Fantastic.
It's a great week. Let me tell you, there's
Yes,
one
it
thing
is.
this week that just caught me that I have to linger on for just a second.
Okay.
It is the making of the time capsule.
Ooh, yes.
I saw that and I was like, what a great idea.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yes, it's very intriguing.
I don't know if anybody would care or what they would laugh at the
I
stuff that we would leave in it,
know.
but it just kind of conjures up like
know.
what today would be of value tomorrow. So that's a workshop I may have to stick my head in the door.
Oh my
and see.
gosh, maybe we should go together.
I should go.
Yes,
let's-
that would
let's
be
do it.
fun. Come see us there.
Yeah, let's do it.
yes. That wraps up this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.
Hello and welcome to Taste the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Mia's Italian Kitchen on International Drive. It is a fabulous place to be. Bring your friends, bring your family, because it is delicious here and completely gorgeous. I'd like to introduce you to Miss Suzanne Clares. Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here because I really, absolutely, completely love Mia's Italian Kitchen. And also, please explain, why do you call it a kitchen and not a restaurant?
So here at Mia's, we really make everything fresh daily. Everything is made by our prep team in the mornings. We don't pre-order anything. Everything is made with fresh ingredients, made to order. So you can really tell when you sit down and dine with us that you're eating something special, something that has been made with love, just as we would share with our own families, we share with our guests.
I love that. Don't you love that? And we want to inspire you at home to make something delicious here so that you can enjoy time with the ones that you love. So please do tell me, what do you have for us?
So this is our Italian grinder sandwich. So this is the Cadillac of sandwiches.
The Cadillac of sandwiches.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you can see, there's a lot of ingredients. Anything that you make at home, of course, is customizable. If you don't like anything that we talk about, you can certainly remove it and replace it with one of your favorite items.
Okay.
If you're not into spiciness, you can change it for something less spicy. But this is a zesty and salty sandwich. It is fantastic.
This is going to be my kind of sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
So, starting with the meats. Of course.
Okay.
Let's start with the meats. So we have prosciutto cotto, which is cooked ham, but it's cured. We have a fennel salami and a calabrese salami. So this is spicy.
Okay.
So again, when you start to assemble your sandwich, build what you like. Make it a giant, delicious sandwich that you're going to love and enjoy.
Wonderful.
So the way we build ours, we start with a hoagie roll. We kind of dust it with a little garlic butter, because why not?
Yes.
So garlic butter, and then we have our, this is our calabrese aioli. So it is also spicy. This is when I say it's zesty and spicy and salty, that's where that zest comes from.
Okay.
So you're gonna spread it on however much or as little as you'd like. So you're gonna spread that on the sandwich, and see how it blends with that garlic and those herbs.
You also had me at garlic. I love garlic.
Get some fresh herbs on there, mix it with butter and put it on bread. What can be better?
Yes.
So we start with that. And then, you can start building with your meat. So we're going to start with the prosciutto cotto. Layer that with a perfect
One
fit.
of my favorites.
It's almost like we've done this before.
Yes.
And then you're going to layer on your fennel salami.
Okay.
So it's fennel salami. It's got those beautiful little dots of fennel seeds in there.
Oh, wow.
So that's why. And then your spicy
I don't know if I've
calabrese.
had that. I don't know. I'm excited to taste.
Yeah. All right. So put on your meats. Okay. And then we use Fontina cheese.
Okay.
If you don't like Fontina, you can use whatever you like. It is, it's cow's milk. It's very, it's pretty mild. It kind of dulls out that saltiness, cuts out all that zestiness.
Yes.
Yep. And then tomatoes, as much as or little as you'd like. I'm going to put those right on top there.
Okay.
And then, we're going to put some lettuce, not too much lettuce, but some lettuce gives it that nice, crisp little crunch. Okay. And then, so we have some different items here. So we have what's called giardiniera, which if you've never heard of it,
I've not. What is that?
It's pickled vegetables.
Ooh,
so, we
yum.
use carrots, cauliflower, you can use whatever ones you'd like. But you're going to put that on top.
So this takes this sandwich to the next level.
It
This
really
is
does.
where so the combination, now we're here, elevation.
And your favorite, pickled red onions.
I do love pickled red onions.
I put them on everything.
It's the best.
All right.
What a beautiful sandwich. How colorful of this. Like, this is really impressive.
It's nice.
It looks impressive.
I'm interested to see you take a bite.
I am excited to take a bite.
And then we top it with our zesty Italian dressing.
Okay.
Also a little spicy. So we just kind of drizzle that right on the top there.
So this particular sandwich, I think this is one of the prettiest sandwiches. Wonderful for hosting if you're going to host with the most, right? But you do serve this for lunch, or is this all on your all-day menu?
We have it all day available.
Okay.
But you think sandwiches, you think lunch,
Yes,
right?
I do.
So we serve lunch Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
It's called our lunch with the side of brunch, our lunch and brunch menu. So there are some daily brunch options that we do offer.
Okay.
Some Benedicts, and then some, specialty items. We do have a fried chicken and waffles.
Ooh.
That's only Monday through Friday. So
Okay.
you've got to come in for Monday through Friday lunch to enjoy that. It's delicious. But we also, we offer our sandwiches. and then some, unique Benedicts.
And
So.
so also, I heard about your happy hour, and I think that this is pretty genius. So tell everyone about your happy hour.
Yeah, so we used to run happy hour from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, but I extended it back to 12 p.m. to kind
Okay.
of get the lunch crowd involved
Isn't
and
that
excited.
so good?
It is one of the best happy hours in town. It
Yes.
is still a little secret, so it's not, you're not going to come in and not be able to find a seat at the bar. We also offer it in our bar, our high tops in the bar, and then our pizza bar, which is featured behind us, and it wraps around basically the entire length of the restaurant.
Okay.
So there's plenty of space to accommodate if you bring a group. It's a great time to share some drinks and some bar bites with friends.
Okay.
So what we do is we have cocktails, beer and wine, 2 for $1. And then we have $5
gosh.
bar bites, which include our amazing pizzas.
Wow.
So we have our pan pizzas. We have meatball and chicken parmesan sliders. We have a nonnas Sunday gravy, which is a little sampling of our Sunday gravy
Okay.
with some toast, that garlic toast that we make in-house. We char it on the
Yes.
grill. So there's some really delicious food.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Doesn't that sound amazing? And I am ready to take a bite. Now I'm going to cut this.
Do you want me to cut it
Yes,
for you?
would you cut it for me?
So you got to
yes.
you're going to make a mess, and that's okay.
Good food is messy.
Yes. So we're
Fun
gonna
things
cut it
can be
for you.
messy. No doubt
So
about
that
it.
way it's easier for you to
Are you
get
as
into.
excited as I am? Because I'm excited.
All right, let's
Okay.
do this.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I'm going to take the piece that maybe. Okay, here
Yes.
we go. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
A coveted second bite.
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen?
Not often. I love that.
Yes.
Delicious. Please go to our website for more information. I invite you to come to Mia's Italian Kitchen for your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.